It's been years in the making, a multi-state plan to preserve the Colorado River as the source of drinking water for tens of millions of people in the West.
And that plan moved one step closer to approval today with an upbeat hearing before a House committee in Washington. Cronkite News reporter Alyssa Klink was at the hearing today and has the story live from our Washington bureau. Alyssa?
There have been lots of fights along the way as Arizona worked with 6 other states, local and tribal officials, and the U.S. and Mexican governments. But with the deal almost in hand, today was a day for joking, not fighting.
Arizonans, as we say, whiskey's for drinking, water's for fighting. But apparently today, water's for compromising, and that's a good thing.
That was the general mood today at a House Natural Resources Subcommittee hearing where state and federal officials presented the long-awaited Colorado Drought Contingency Plan. Among other things, the plan revises the amount of water that each of the basin states will be able to draw from Lake Mead and Lake Powell should there be a shortage. Everybody had to give a little something.
What I think is important is to recognize that the agreements and the legislation is a compromise. Everybody is going to feel some pain.
If it works, that compromise will not just limit water removal, it will help prevent future shortfalls. One speaker said the plan would cut in half the risk of the Colorado River from reaching critically low levels. But first, a bill has to be approved and sent to the president. Arizona Department of Water Resources Director Tom Bushatsky is confident Arizona Congressman Raul Grijalva can get it done.
He will be introducing the legislation, and that process will begin there. The process will begin in the Senate to introduce legislation and move that forward and get the votes on both sides and make this law so that we can implement the DCP.
Once the deal is approved, it will run through 2026 when the Colorado River Basin states will have to start over. But Bushatsky said those talks will begin almost immediately.
We now have a safe haven. We have a bridge to get to the next phase. And I think that next phase will be kicked off through the renegotiation of the 2007 guidelines, which was required to begin before the end of 2020, but we will begin long before then to work on this.
Today's hearing drew 7 of the state's 9 House members and a number of tribal leaders from around Arizona. While Grijalva is expected to introduce legislation in the House, Arizona Senator Martha McSally vowed yesterday to introduce a Senate bill. In Washington, Alyssa Klink, Cronkite News.